Our guys are back with Scooby. So what I say about dogs like this is, again, they've got a lot of preconceived notions about humans. How couldn't they have? If you said this dog's never had its head rubbed, I'd say bullshit. He totally has. And he's dogs like this, and I'm being very deliberate moving away from him, have played the affable card on a lot of people. So my job, and I think he's probably had a collar used on him at some point, is to just define and I need to augment. Let's see if I augment my arm a little more. If I wanted to speed him up, dogs are easily fooled by deliberateness. And I'm just going to tell you why, because they recognize that, they're dogs. And they're hardwired to. When other dogs go after something with a sense of deliberateness, dogs notice it. So when I seem to be very deliberate about my leaving, he buys it. What he doesn't know is I'm savvy to him and his affable card thing. So he's buying my little act, hook, line, and sinker. I couldn't be less interested in him. I haven't even looked at him. But I do, then you say, well, where do you go from there? Well, where I go from there is, he starts to win me over a tiny, tiny bit. And it's really got to be like that. It's got to be this dog saying, it's going to be a battle of attrition, but I'm going to win this chick over. And he's tried that one before. That's worked on a lot of humans. Because every single person that calls me says it already knows how to sit. So we need like little sound effects. Summer, I'll put them on speakerphone, and when they say it already knows how to sit, like you're gonna go, oh God, huge discount.
Yeah.
All right, remember, so he's dog aggressive. I'm gonna let him know you don't bother my dog. You can see he's fooled by deliberateness. So what and if you said what does that accomplish, I would say it's kind of for him validating that he's reading me right. That's what you've got to say with these older dogs. So anyway, now I do, and we did change his name because his old name had a bad connotation. So Scooby. He said, what are you doing? And I'm conjuring the affable card. And that's the difference. You do want a dog that's affable. If you said, that you needed a straight out of Central Casting lab, they're affable. But with a dog like this, you've got to be able to conjure it, not him just playing on you when it's convenient. It really is with a dog like this. You better come at him with, you don't do anything for me. I seen better looking. I seen a lot smarter. I seen him go get beer out of the fridge and pour it in a frosted glass. Yeah, I've seen it all. That's who I am. And then I'm all, like I'm all street and everything. You are. But I'm letting him know I'm not, I'm letting him know. I'll tell you what I like. I like being your Billy Joe Armstrong. And with a dog like this, I'm sure he knows down, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to, without saying anything, just because this is how people do it. This is how people do it. Well, maybe that's not how they did it. Or, well, that's what Lulu's owners was even doing yesterday. Yep, see there, he did it.
That's how people get their heads bitten off.
It's fatally flawed in every way.
Yeah.
I'm not going to reward it. All right, look, he's got his leg over the leash. So let's get around there. Let's just see if he fixes it. The ones that fix it are usually, yeah, he was thinking about it. He's trying. He knows it's there. You know, and he may not. Oh, you precious angel. But again, I'm the same way as I am with that Doberman. If you think, Scooby, throw out a little bit. And I'm going to tell you why it doesn't worry me. He's got a little bit of freezing. And I'm going to tell you how you can see it. His mouth closes when I hit the pager. I want you to stay on his mouth. Already his whole attitude, you precious. Oh, I bet he could do behavior modeling real quick. We'll get you another leg kicker, Laura. And it really is, it boils down to you know, their perception, the filter that you're creating a filter. You're creating a filter, and part of that filter needs to be the pager. If you're going to have any commonality with any future handlers, I'm just going to tell you that right now. That's the caveat of older dogs. There's no commonality. Or we need to get the list of his stuff that he was supposedly did. He'd go get a beer. Oh, it just took a few tries. Let me guess. It took about for you to get done with a 12-pack, and then he did it.
Yeah, it drinks it too.
So my job is to keep, and Ricky, that's kind of where you're at with that one dog, is to just keep adding the pager. If you said, oh, it's upsetting him, he needs to be upset. He was thrown out of his home for killing Fluffy the cat. Yeah, I know all about your crap.
All about your kind.
So the way to work through that is to keep adding it. He's thinking fast on his feet, though. And you do want him to understand that it's innocuous. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you how tiny I can talk to this dog. He's got a real good degree in human. That's how tuned in this dog is. Any thumping, petting, any of these things. I wouldn't even do it as a demonstration. But I can tell you, these people that do it need to go take that clip and put it in 8 times slow-mo and frame by frame it and show me where you're achieving the results that you want attitude-wise by doing that. It's pervasive. It's everywhere. Maybe that's my mission, to stop that. For all the dogs of the world. I spread my message. I might get on a bike and go on a mission. I'll travel to third world countries.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
On our bikes.
All right, guys. Anyway, that's where we're at. But if you know, I would say, you know, he does not view me as, you know, he's saying to himself, if I... You know, and then again, if it took you ever how long, all right, now look, we got our leg again, to get the attitude to this, that's what you've got to do. That's why you can't train dogs in 2 weeks. That's my other thing. If your expertise has involved every dog that came through your hands was only there for 2 weeks, it's painful. It is painful. You know, and I don't know how much, he may have been one of these dogs, they probably didn't take him out on the leash much. Once they're bad, they don't. Because he doesn't seem to be real, he's not leash-wise like Barkley. But I'm not going to mess with it, I'm all hands off. And I want to be able to surgically remove a leash from a dog and surgically put it back on there. It's going to be very hard. See him scrunching? And I'm going to tell you, that's from, yeah, he's imploring me. When they put their paw or they nudge your hand, that's imploring. And that needs to be my move. I'm the magician. I'll just disappear.